Welcome to Monroe High School, here for a 4A boys matchup. STSPN Wesco 4A basketball presented by Speedway Chevrolet. Scott Ohsman, Ron the Wedge Henthorn. We are in a packed Monroe High School, and they're just about ready for starting lineups tonight. Real quickly, the Bearcats coming in tonight 8-4 in the league, 13-5 overall, facing Glacier Peak, who's in first place, 11-1, 16-2 overall. The Bearcats right in the thick of it, though, in third place. They got tonight, then they got Monday night, and then we see where the districts fall. Ron, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. This should be a good game tonight. Last time out, this was a 10-point differential. I think 46-56, I think, was the score. GP over Monroe. So
That's
they're
correct.
looking for revenge tonight here in this full house. I can't believe how many people showed up for this ball game tonight, Scott. This is fantastic.
It's a one high school town, as there you see the starting lineups for the Bearcats. Isaiah Cole, if you follow football, you're going to recognize a few of these names, Ron, in the white home jerseys. And that's Bates being introduced in the blue away jerseys for Glacier Peak. Head coach Tyson Homer is fourth year here as the head coach, so these seniors, they had senior night presentation before we came on the air, a special group for him, and they're led by Trenton Newhouse, averaging 20 plus a game. He dropped 42 points on Mariner earlier. The side story against Glacier Peak in that 56-46 loss in early January, Ron?
Yeah.
Only had 3 points. We'll be back with the tip right after this. You're watching Wesco 4A basketball on STSPN. Tyson Homer. Tyson, you've been here 4 years. We were just talking about you got the band. I mean, it's a packed house. I barely found a parking spot. This is what it's about here in Monroe, isn't it?
This town is fantastic. It's a one-school town, and these seniors, we got 9 seniors on the team. It's my first group of 4-year seniors that they started as freshmen. So it's a special night for these guys. Big game. They're having a fantastic season, so it's going to be a battle.
Now, we are fortunate at STSPN. We cover a lot of football, so I recognize a lot of the names. What does it mean to have those guys? They had such a tremendous run this year and last year, but to have a two-sport players is rare these days. How do you handle that?
Yeah, our administration does a great job, and the kids buy into even being a 3-sport athlete. Some of those guys are doing track, and they're winners. They know how to win on the football field, on the basketball court, in drills, in the classroom. They're good students as well, so it's a special group of kids that have had a lot of success in different sports.
Lastly, Glacier Peak here coming in tonight. We were talking about Newhouse, your prolific scorer here, had a rough one against these guys. You guys are right in the thick of it. You're right in there here as we end the season. What do you tell your kids tonight? Kind of forget last time, or what do you want to see tonight?
No, I wanted them to remember last time. Trenton was out for 2.5 quarters, and they still hung with them. And they know that Trenton puts up 20 points a game. He was in foul trouble last time, and so we expect him to have another great night tonight. He's been consistent for 4 years of high school, and he's going to do great tonight along with our other guys.
All right, hey, thanks a lot. Great, thanks for having us. Good luck tonight. Have a good one. Back with more STSPN, Monroe Bearcats, Glacier Peak Grizzlies.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Sadie Schwartz, remember that name. What a gorgeous voice and a unbelievable rendition there of the national anthem here at Monroe High School. Wow.
And only an 8th grader, Scott.
That
She's
is
got a long way to
crazy.
go. Yeah.
Beautiful voice. Nothing like Friday night in the gym here in February. So much fun. Packed. We got the band right behind us, Ron.
We're at the next to the last game of the season here. This is winding down pretty fast before we go into district. So a big game tonight. Ready for that tip-off. Take it away, my friend.
And there's the big fella, number 33, averaging 16 plus, Kobe Kyle. We'll see if he can flush one here tonight. He's known for his dunks every once in a while. He gets the rock, turnaround Jay.
Tight up defense by Bobby Martin there on that shot. He didn't get an easy shot off on that turnaround. So.
Bobby talking about giving up some size typically, but he is one of the leading rebounders here for the Grizzlies. 16 points in the win against Kamiak. They took over first place here. And for all practical purposes, here's Seaver Southern. He sinks it from right down the center.
Seaver's favorite shot, the three-pointer.
Took him a while against Kamiak to get going. Had 14 there, most of them in the second half. Kyle dishes it down low underneath. Good rebound, up and in again, and that's Spencer Davidson. They have some height on the front line. Kyle 6'7", Spencer Davidson 6'5".
Nice follow-up to get that shot in.
3-2, just underway here the first quarter. Scott Ohsman, Ron Henthorn. Long range, and it's in. One of the another assist, Austin Petz to Seaver Southern. Monroe.
Oh, that was close.
Kyle with another great pass there to Davidson. Spencer's got all the buckets so far. 1 point lead, 5-4 Glacier Peak. Glad you're with us here. Live from Monroe High School. Martin with the ball in the corner. Purcell at the elbow. Goes up, and the 6'7" junior Kobe Kyle swats it away, but there's a whistle. Davidson picks up the foul, Ron. 8-4 the Monroe Bearcats. They're in third place as Purcell takes care of business there. Evan Manis not feeling well the last couple days. He'd started the last two games. Purcell misses that. Talking to Coach Hunter before the game, wasn't sure Evan's going to get in the ball game. He has been a big part of the last couple wins here for Glacier Peak.
Good defense.
Southern, Petz, what a pass by the Wizard!
Is that Bates that made that?
Unbelievable, Nick Bates on the receiving end of another unbelievable pass by Austin Petz. He had 17 assists in the win against Kamiak. Inside, Isaiah Cole cuts through the lane. That's what you used to do, Ronnie, cut in the paint.
Body up in the middle and go put it in.
Bates again.
Open underneath, they left him alone. Can't do that.
Monroe down by 4, 5:08 left in the first quarter. Davidson gets into Kyle. Now he gets out to Foltz. Seaver there for the rebound, and Glacier Peak will get another try here. 10-6, 4:53 left in the first.
A fast ball game here.
Petz around to Purcell, over to Bates. It's dejected there by Kyle.
Nice block.
Defending the castle is Kobe Kyle, and he on the other end flushes it, but the foul.
Player control foul going against Monroe.
Oh, Isaiah put it up for the big fella. The foul goes against Cole there. His first. Monroe's got 2 fouls here in the early going. Seaver again, straight on, this time not there. Here's Trenton Newhouse, their leading scorer. He was held to 3 points last time Glacier Peak played him, and there's a pass to nowhere.
A turnover.
Coach Homer wants a timeout. 10-6 Glacier Peak, 4-12. More after this. We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At G&S, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call G&S Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com. Quick timeout there, a good one there by head coach Tyson Homer, fourth-year head coach. Backdoor to Martin. Now he's got trouble, goes up anyway. And there's Manis, just as we said, and he goes up, tries to protect it, but Kyle gets it. And you got to be conscious of the big guy down low.
Yeah, two of them rejected down there that time.
Now the three.
Look
Boom!
at that. That's why Kobe scores 14-plus points a game.
Pets Manis again gets the ball in there, but Cole strips it away, and here come the Bearcats. Newhouse, his first basket, it's good, and it's a three-pointer. And all of a sudden, we've got our first lead change. The home team up on top 12-10. Steal, Newhouse. All the way, and he's going to go to the line.
Wow. Pitt's going to get called for that foul that time, and it just must have barely just touched his hand on that as he went through there.
And it's going to be a timeout for Glacier Peak. Ryan Hunter, 32nd.
Got to cover that turnover there.
We'll keep it right here. You can hear the great Monroe High School band.
And then can you hear anything else?
I might go back there and sit in and get on the drums.
I thought you were back there.
Hey, there's a reminder. Check us out, STSPN on Twitter, Facebook, all social media. STSPN.com. On the Tweetosphere and Facebook, YouTube, our YouTube station, STSPN. Mr. Newhouse at the foul line.
Rattled and doesn't go.
14-10, Glacier Peak trying to get back. They had the lead. Purcell can't get it in. He got what he wanted. He got Kyle up in the air. Here's Foltz the other way.
Going to be a foul against GP down there. I'm not sure who it was.
And that's going to go on Purcell. His first.
You know, a hand check like that, they're going to call it maybe earlier in the game, probably later in the game. They're going to let that stuff go. So let's see if they can execute the inbounds play here. Should be an automatic 2 points if they can.
Cole sits down deep, long range, nothing but net. And you see why he averages 20 plus. And I tell you, he had motivation. He only got 3 against GP in January. Evan Manis going strong to the rack.
Got fouled on the way in. Couldn't see who that was. We were blocked out a little bit. 25.
That's going to be on Pino just in the game as Isaiah Cole took a breather. First foul on Pino. Manis short there. Third team foul on Monroe. 2:33 left to go in the first quarter.
A little more giddy up there, Evan. A little too much. Nice
Martin.
Done by Martin under the basket.
Pops it out. Another try here. Seaver with already 5 points. One from beyond the arc. Oh, give and go, but in the way there is J.J. Jerome. Underneath, pretty pass, and Foltz finishes, the senior. Nine-point lead for Monroe.
Monroe playing that man-man defense. They're really holding them off that give and go stuff there. So it's really working good for Monroe right now.
Southern down under there, goes up and gets the foul again on Pino. Brian's second. So far having a rough time from the line here. They got the Bearcats with 4 team fouls with 1:56 left to go in the first quarter.
J.D. Merwin checking in from Monroe there. Receiver finally drops one in.
19-11, Bearcats on top, 1:52 left in the quarter. Back to Merwin now in the white jerseys. Monroe and tried to sneak it in, but tapped out of bounds. It'll stay Bearcat ball. Plenty of time, 23 on the shot clock. Foltz into Kyle. Yep. That's easy money.
Got to block him out or it'll work every time down there.
Jerome on Manis. J.J. Jerome, the great football player here in Monroe. Not absolutely sure where he's going. Purcell goes deep, and he takes it right into the tree. Great outlet, Newhouse. Oh, boy.
Newhouse didn't even look up at the backboard that time. He just kind of looked down like it was a given thing.
Decimating his three-point outing. Seaver, that's an air ball. Trenton Newhouse, with 59 seconds left in the first, already has 10 points. Manis takes a seat. Again, he's coming in off being out the last couple days.
Quick run there by the Bearcats just to run away. We were like 11-12, now we're 23-11. So
they're going to call a kick. Game of runs, and the Bearcats got a good one. Newhouse splashes a triple. And then if you're not impressed with Kobe Kyle around the bucket, his passing ability and seeing the court is outstanding. Look at the baseline move. Good defense move there, I guess, to help a little bit by Bates, but he got right to the cup.
He should have made that one.
4-second differential from game clock to shot clock. Bates outside. Purcell from three. Rebound, Jerome. Gets it to Cole. Trap now. 10 seconds left. Nowhere to go. And
time.
Smart timeout by head coach Tyson Homer. He calls it a 30. Back with the end of the first right after this.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Stay tuned after the game. We'll have a Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Player of the Game.
9 seconds left on this inbounds play to end this first quarter here. See if they can turn one into victory. And they tossed it out of bounds for a big turnover from Monroe.
Had the right play. It was developing the pass just a little before Newhouse could get there.
You run those plays and you throw the ball to where your teammate's supposed to be, and he's not there.
3 seconds, long-range bomb. Front rim, no good. 23-11 after one. Things just heating up. Back with a second on STSPN. Start of the second quarter, live from Monroe High School. Scott Ohsman, Ron the Wedge Henthorn, Todd Elvig, the executive producer, 5-tool player. Got Sarah Elvig doing a great job on camera tonight. Glad you're with us here as we wind down the regular season 4A boys basketball. Martin, who has been quiet so far.
Kind of got the ball inside and lost the handle on that one. Had to save it.
15 on the shot clock now. Martin working on Foltz. Purcell is going to go right after the big fella. Second time, he gets rejected, goes again, tries to draw the foul. Another rebound by Purcell. 1 second on the shot clock, and that'll do it. What a great defensive stand there by Monroe.
Monroe in that man-to-man defense is just solid against GP tonight, and we got ourselves a real ball game here.
Monroe 23-11. They're coming off a win against Mount Vernon 67-60. Here comes Foltz rather. And Jerome goes up for a big rebound, and there's a whistle.
Going to go against GP, it looks like. 23.
That's Nick Bates. First for Nick, third team foul. Monroe, great inbound play. And that's Trenton Newhouse. 12.
You got to block out on those inbounds plays. They're just automatic if you get a good screen. Martin
Loses the handle. Great defense. Newhouse again, but gets his pocket pick. We've seen that many times by AP the Wizard.
Got one that time. Turnover didn't turn into anything, but it was a turnover. Fifth one for GP so far tonight, unofficially here.
So we call a good trail check in lacrosse. Coming from behind, Isaiah Cole with the ball from Monroe out top. Over to Foltz now up top. The 6'7" junior Kyle, and he gets it off. Cole from the elbow. Too much. Seaver takes care of it now. Monroe's got to be careful and get a foul there.
Almost got him tied up.
Martin, he has been consistent. Dropped 35 earlier. He had 16 against Kamiak on Tuesday. But Monroe doing an outstanding job with the defense here. 9 on the shot clock. AP. Martin falling to his right, air ball. Cole with the rebound, but intercepted there by Petz. Tries to slip it through, but Cole gets it right back. Newhouse. Tipped in by Kyle. Timeout, Glacier Peak. 27-11, the home crowd liking it. Back with more STSPN, brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet, just around the corner.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Back here, home of the Bearcats, Monroe High School. Student section filling up. It is packed on our side. Scott Ohsman, Ron the Wedge, Henthorn, Todd Elvig. Spinning the dial, Sarah Elvig on camera. Glacier Peak down. They haven't been down too much. There you go. Bobby Martin gets a good, clean look at it.
That was my timeout discussion with Glacier Peak. I said you got to start shooting from outside because you're not getting done inside with the tall guys in there.
Trying to go outside in. Like you said, Ron, there's Kyle spinning it around. 5:15 left in the first half. Tried to put it up high. Kyle is going to draw the foul from Glacier Peak. The big fella brings it down. What happens?
You're going to get it. It's going against 23. It's going against Nick Bates again.
His second. Now 4 team fouls for both, and Nick's going to take a seat as Evan Manis comes in, the big sophomore. Foltz out of bounds. Seaver gets in the way, tips it. Here comes Austin.
Nice D by Seaver. Oh no, and a turnover back, and another turnover back. Back-to-back turnovers.
Deep three. 27-14, 4:53, and here comes Isaiah Cole. Great dish and dive, the slam.
Betts brings it up for the Grizzlies inside Purcell, and he gets a blocked shot on that one.
Foltz, get out of here. There's the big dish and dive and the slam by Kobe Kyle.
That was almost a pretty good block.
Take another look. Isaiah just attracts the defender, and there's the 6'7" flush.
Went in. Purcell hits the first of that one. Get the second one. It's the same as the basket here. Looking good. I got 3 for Purcell for tonight.
As do I as well. That's Foltz, Justin Foltz with a foul there. First one on him. 5 team fouls for Monroe. 4:27 left to go in this first half. Newhouse from deep.
Good rebound by Bobby Martin in there. We're getting inundated by fans here, sneaking by.
Austin, high elbow.
Thank you.
Martin draws the double. Here's Purcell. Can't get it, but Manis with the rebound goes back up and it in.
Nicely done by Manis there to get his 2 shots in.
First 2 tonight for Evan. He had 14 the other night against Kamiak. Got his second start Tuesday. Outside, Cole and Monroe. And Jerome, and here driving is Newhouse into traffic. Austin Petts doing some risk analysis there as he comes down the court into the front side to the front court.
Not sure what the setup is here. Trying to look for the outside shot, and there it is.
Manis. Here come Monroe. 29-18, nifty move, quick first step.
That might be going against Seaver.
Isaiah Cole, we see it on the football field. He is fast. And it is Southern gets the foul. First foul for him. Isaiah misses that. J.J. Jerome takes his seat. And he hits the second. 30-18, 3:09 left run.
Got J.J. Jerome and Joshua Jerome on that team.
Josh Jerome, the big lineman, the younger brother.
He'll take up space out there.
No doubt. Purcell, deep 3. Too much. Here's J.D. Merwin. Down, but it's
Purcell back in there to save that one.
interrupted one more time. Glacier Peak getting back. Monroe trying to push. Southern, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Kyle, that's too easy. Sends it to the exits.
Kyle knew that was coming. He was ready for that reverse layup. See if GP can screen the inbounds play here and get something to happen.
15 on the shot clock. Seaver Southern, back rim, big rebound, and there's going to be a whistle. As you said, in the ball game, big Joshua Jerome.
Yeah, I think he got fouled.
6'1" junior.
Oh, they called it against him.
Oh, they offensive.
Yeah.
His first, the team's 6th foul.
All the players headed to the other end of the court like they thought it was different.
As did Joshua.
Right.
Austin Petts outside. Martin, Manis. Now they're going inside, outside. Purcell out top.
They're getting the three-point openings, but that's not where the percentages are.
A rare shot there for Austin Petz. Off the rim, 30-18. Just under 2 to go in the first half. Bingham.
Oh.
And Kyle goes back, but denied. One more time. Here's Merwin. Kyle keeps it alive. Back up one more time. The big fella. It'll go to the line.
You just have a hard time taking care of the height like that under the basket. When you can get the rebound, you can jump higher than anybody else. It's a big advantage. And just proved it right on that one right there.
Second foul on Purcell. And he completes the three-point play. 12 points so far for Kobe Kyle, the 6'7" junior.
1:35 left to go in the second period. GP is not hitting the baskets in.
And it's really about the defense. Manis, his man slips, not able to get it. Purcell, it's on the ground. We'll see. Jerome pops it out. The big guy. Seaver tries to break it up. Newhouse finds Bingham. Jerome gets up.
A little bit off the floor. Had his hands on the ball, got it knocked out by GP. The Bearcats ball under the basket.
I'd have to go grab the football roster to see his weight. They have him listed at 6'1". Josh Jerome.
6'1".
What a great athlete. Deep, Trent Newhouse. That'll go Glacier Peak, 105 left in the half.
Well, he's probably going 205, 245, 255. Somewhere up in there. Gonna be a nice football player.
And he's gonna go take a seat as he gets a well-deserved high five from head coach Tyson Homer. Austin Petz bringing it across the line. Now 59 seconds left. Martin attacks in, popped out. Martin for three now.
Gets it. Only Bobby's second basket, both of them being threes tonight. He may shoot some more of those.
Seen several games where it's not working near the rim, Ron. He has to get outside. Newhouse.
Looking good.
Money.
Live by the three ball, die by the three ball, and they're winning on it.
15 for Newhouse's third triple. 36-21. Loose ball. And it's the Monroe defense that is so impressive here in the first half.
It is. They're just tied up, man-on-man defense here. That's only their seventh team foul of the first half here. Let's see if Petz can put some scores on the board here. He didn't score at all in the last game against Kamiak, but had, what did we say, 17, 18 assists?
17 assists as he drops the first. 19 seconds left in the first half for Monroe. 36 points. They average around 55 a game. So they are well above their average. Good looking stroke there.
And they average 30-some% from the three-point range, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. So they're working on that again tonight, about the same pace.
Jerome, now J.D. Merwin back into Kobe Kyle. Good bounce pass back to Jerome.
Fouled before the shot.
Just great move there. I always like the head fake when you're right under the cup. Get those big guys flying by you.
Get them up in the air. Yep.
And that's going to go against Evan Manis, his first. The bank shot.
You don't usually see a free throw that hard.
2 seconds. AP right to the rim.
And
got it.
Counts it.
Austin Petz with almost a season high 4. We've come through 1. Monroe putting it on. Glacier Peak, the home crowd happy, 36-25. We'll be back right now with the halftime. You're watching Wesco 4A basketball presented by Speedway Chevrolet on STSPN.
know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Remember the heat last spring and summer? GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric can add AC to most existing furnaces, and typically with a one-day install. From repairing electric or HVAC problems to installations, GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric is your Snohomish and North King County premier Lennox dealer. Contact GNS now for a free estimate and mention this ad to receive up to $1,700 in cash rebates when you purchase a Lennox air conditioning system. So why wait? 425-341-0759 or visit gsheating.com. Want the best? Call GNS.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com. We got an interesting one here. The band is cranking. High school sports, you gotta love it. Scott Ohsman, Ron Henthorn, halftime here in Monroe, the home team, 36-25. They are playing well at the right time of year, coming in 8-4, 13-5 off a win against Mount Vernon, 67-60 on Tuesday. And Ron Henthorn, the defense, the Bearcat defense, just crushing Glacier Peak so far.
It's all over Glacier Peak. They held them to 11 points in that first quarter, scoring 23 on their own. But in the second period, Glacier Peak scored 14 and Monroe only scored 13. So they held into that second period, but still 11-point difference going into this third period. So this is a fast-paced game. These kids are running and shooting and taking every advantage they can to get this game done. And I think Monroe's got a good shot at winning this game if they keep playing the way they were. But as we talked at halftime, GP has got to do something to get those shots in the basket. They're not getting the inside shots, and so we'll see what happens as they get a turnover there to start this second half.
Great D there by Evan Manis as Kobe Kyle, 33, the big 6'7" junior, tried to do a back cut. Bobby Martin with the ball out with Purcell. Manis goes right at the bigger fella, and he sinks it. What a shot by Evan Manis.
You know, I think he faked Kyle out because he shot it with his left hand. I don't think he figured he was going to do that. He didn't know he was left-handed.
Two crafty left-handers on the GP lineup, Purcell and him, as Manis hits it. 5 for the sophomore. Just the start of the second half, Scott Ohsman around the wedge. Henthorn, there's another turnover here by Monroe.
That's 2 turnovers to start this second half for Monroe. That's good for GP, not good for Monroe.
Trenton Newhouse, the leading scorer for Monroe. He had 15 in that first half. Colby Kyle, a couple dunks. And Seaver gets bailed out here, 19 on the shot clock. Martin baseline, curls it in. 8 for Martin. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point Bearcat lead.
Oh, could have got a call in there. It didn't.
Cole outside, deep corner there for Davidson, and he hits it home. Big shot there by 6'5" Spencer Davidson. Back up to a 9-point lead. Martin, Purcell thinks about it.
You got to take those out there. You drive it back inside, you got nobody home.
Seaver on Cole, drives it, loses it. There's a whistle.
Going to go to the line. I think he's going to claim he was shooting. He was looking to pass.
It's Isaiah Cole, his second foul. And that will send Southern to the line. The senior had 6 in the first.
Can't afford to miss any of those free throws in this part of the game now.
Glacier Peak, 6:08 left in the third quarter, is trying to stay in it. Brian Hunter, 9th-year head coach for Glacier Peak. He was nervous about this one. He's nervous about all of them, but he knows the defense that Monroe is capable of. They shut down a powerful Jackson team. Here's a deep by Fultz.
Left him wide open, gave him the shot, and he made it.
Another senior honored here before on senior night. Petz back out to Martin. Purcell from the free throw line.
That's the shot they got to make, the shot I said they need to take, that free throw from right there at the top of the paint.
Petz gets deep, and he gets in trouble. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Well, he had Bobby underneath, not covered by the big man, but now he was.
Kyle, get out of here. Deep trying to Newhouse. He does save it, but to a blue jersey. Here come GP Grizzlies. Great give and go, Purcell.
Nice fake by Purcell.
But that's what the tall guys do to you. He thought twice about it.
He did.
42-34. In the opening minutes, GP closed it to a 6-point lead with big three-point shots by Davidson and Fultz. Fultz with the ball, cross court. Cole, 13 on the shot clock. Stop, drop. Manis with a big rebound.
Good job blocking out Kyle on that one. He didn't get a chance to get that rebound.
Martin looking for help. Tough pass. Manis can't hang on. Here comes Newhouse. Goes right around Petz and easy off the glass. 17 now for the senior. Stretches it to a 10-point lead, 3:58 in the third quarter, and there's a whistle underneath by Kevin Stride.
Going to go against Isaiah Cole. I think it's going to be 3 on him.
Foul on Bearcats, number 30, Isaiah Cole.
You are correct.
He's going to get to sit down and take a break here as they bring J.D. Merwin in the game.
Pet's looking for somebody. Manis thinks about it. Now he'll take it. Too much. Rebound Newhouse. Here they come. Way deep. A little short, but there's Kyle. He goes back right up. And Kyle now has 14.
Kyle gets the ball under the basket. It's going to go in.
It's a good job. Excellent work on the defensive side here, cutting off passing lanes. Petz, Southard from 3. Not there. Petz thinks about it. Martin, they reset the shot clock, so they're back to 28, and the general comes back out.
Call the play. Petz.
The floater.
He's got to make those.
Merwin, deep Newhouse, and great D there by Petz. Trying to go to Davidson underneath.
Looked good. He saved it, but Bobby couldn't stop from running out of bounds in time.
Quick as lightning. Fultz gets it into Merwin. Now here's Cole. Bounces out. 12-point lead here, 2:46 in the third. 11-point lead at halftime. Seaver Southard tries to take it in.
That was a strong move to the basket by Seaver there. He's going to go to the line on that one.
4th team foul on Monroe. And that's Merwin's first. Glacier Peak, no fouls this second half as Southard hits it. Shooting well from the line tonight.
Made his last 4, I think.
Yes, sir.
That'll help. 10 points, 2:36. That's putting a little pressure on the inbound play.
2:28 left to go in the third quarter. Davidson. Newhouse. Between the circles there. He'll take it any time. Here's Fultz. Fultz going to take Purcell to the rim. Tucks the hand around. Smooth by the senior Justin Foltz, now 7 tonight, and they stretch that lead again to 12.
Oh,
Foltz can't get away with it. There's Petz.
nice save by Bobby Martin after save by Petz there from going out of bounds. Good deed, GP.
Hustle meter always on high. You got to know where AP the Wizard is if you think you got an easy bucket. Manis, lefty, short. Martin with a rebound, puts it up.
Got Stone rebound.
Another one.
Got fouled on that one. Let's see, they're going to go against 32 or 33. Let's see what we got here. 32, I think.
And that's going to go on Spencer Davidson. Another 6'5" front line here. Martin hits the first. Noah Foreman making his first appearance in tonight's ball game. So Spencer Davidson, a junior at 6'5". They got Kobe Kyle, 6'7", junior. Martin hits it. 10 so far for another junior, Bobby Martin.
And a 10-point differential in the overall score here. GP's going to try to narrow it down. Gets a turnover there on the inside.
Newhouse gets caught in the paint. 1:13 left in this third quarter. Seaver. Straight up.
Wow.
Got it.
Three threes for Bobby Martin. Calls for a timeout there by the Bearcats.
We'll take one, too. You're watching 4A boys basketball on STSPN.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
The third place in the Wesco 4A standings, the home team, the Monroe Bearcats, sitting at 8-4. They would like to make a move tonight, Ron Henthorn, as Glacier Peak sits atop at 11-1.
They look strong enough to make that move. They got to go into districts and make something happen. And they're not going to go in at the top seed. So,
if you're Glacier Peak, they'd like to keep that top seed. Kobe Kyle from way out, and that's a 3-ball. Oh, my.
It looked easy, didn't it?
Stretch again to 10. 33 seconds on the third quarter game clock. Foreman. Purcell from the elbow, not there. Purcell's touch is off tonight.
That's going to go against Foreman or Petz.
And that is a foul on Foreman. That's the Glacier Peak Grizzlies' first team foul here in the second half. Monroe has 5, 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Bearcats trying to get one more in the hoop before this quarter expires. There it is down the middle. And he was out of bounds.
Kobe Kyle runs out of real estate on the end line with 5.5 seconds left in the third quarter.
Petz is going to try to go all the way and shoot it.
3-ball.
Good effort. 10 points after 3. 51-41.
Heading to the fourth. We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com. The sights and sounds of Friday night high school basketball here. The great Monroe brand right behind our broadcast position. Scott Ohsman, Ron Henthorn here. Executive producer, 5-tool player Todd Elvig hitting the buttons, and Sarah Elvig doing an awesome job on camera tonight.
And a wild quarter that was. Played pretty even up, just like in the second period there. They scored 14 and 13. In this period they scored 17 and 16. So a pretty even game here, quarter by quarter, but they just have to close that gap here in this fourth period if GP wants to get a victory out of this effort here tonight.
They start off with a turnover as Cole has the ball from Monroe. Now to Kobe, dishes it to Fultz, trying to go back to Kyle. There's Petz. Fultz from three, rims out, still in play. Newhouse goes up, and he
got fouled. I think it's going to go against. No, it's going to go against.
Only the second team foul this half.
Foreman?
And they're going to call that on Austin Petz, his second. Newhouse gets the first. And he gets the second. 19 so far for the senior Trenton Newhouse. Just about his average. 53-41. Seaver Southern. That's a deuce. Seaver, their leading scorer coming into tonight. Fultz. Cole right back to Jerome under the rack. Can't get it. Foreman steps out of bounds. It'll be Monroe ball.
Well, turnover's a turnover there, and unfortunate that happened.
Only had one lead change. It was early in the first quarter. Glacier Peak jumped out on top. Great drive there by Cole.
Should have been, could have been. There was a foul in there somewhere. Didn't get called.
Kyle to Cole there, tried to connect. Fultz gets it to the big guy. Takes Foreman on. Spot up jumper by Fultz. Can't get there. Petz with the rebound, and here we go.
Run again.
Hanging around Glacier Peak, that 12-10. They had it to 6 at one point here in the third. Foreman down low. Seaver. You got to be quick down there.
That's a different look. They're trying to change up the positions. That's going to be a foul against Seaver, I think.
I believe you're correct, sir. Did we get the official number, or is
little conversation going on out there with J.J. Jerome?
that is on Seaver. Third team foul, second for the senior Seaver, and J.J. Jerome takes a seat.
Probably a good thing to do. He was not emotionally too happy after that little collision.
Newhouse for three. Great rebound there by Fultz. Davidson in the ball game. Newhouse, triple. Bam!
Sometimes.
It is a rule, but it's rarely called. Did he have 1 foot in, 1 foot out? 5:45. Martin kind of fading to his left there. Good hustle, tries to get his own rebound. Coming out, though, is the quick Isaiah Cole. Fakes it, goes up for the right hand. Pets the other way, down to Southard. Southard, one man to beat.
Nicely done by Seaver to make that in.
Seaver Southard leading all scorers for GP 16. 56-47, 5:20 left in this ball game.
It was a better move by Seaver, but he's going to get called for the foul on that one, too.
Kevin Stride with the whistle over there. It is going to be on Southard one more. That's 3 for him.
Yep. Coach Hunter says go back in there and make it work. We need you.
Isaiah Cole. Newhouse. Cross-court Foltz. Finds Davidson. Short.
Bearcats are getting those inside shots here this quarter, but missing the last 2 or 3 of them under there.
Doing a nice job here defensively. Glacier Peak. There's Purcell, the lefty. The alley-oop. And head coach Tyson Homer has seen enough. 56-49, 4:44. Much more coming up.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
The drum line for the Bearcat band at our back and sounding great. 4:44 left to go in this matchup here. Glacier Peak under some stress here. The Bearcats doing an excellent job. Want to tell you, watch for STSPN.com. Look at our YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribing, following on Twitter and Facebook. We have unbelievable district coverage coming up. 4A, 3A, boys, girls, starting on the 9th, next Thursday. You want to check daily schedules and see the next district game here on STSPN.com. Davidson all the way, and he gets the roll. Nine for the 6'5", Spencer Davidson. Glacier Peak unable to find an answer. Foreman picks it up. It's blocked by Kyle.
Bearcats got numbers. Pull it up.
Trenton Newhouse. 25 for the senior. He was coming in with an extra special motivation. He only scored 3 in the loss. Seaver way deep.
Newhouse well over his game average right now. Still got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
He was
here.
not happy to only score 3 in that loss. Little juice. Here's Seaver. He's going to let him go. Lays it in. And Southard with a nice pick in the pop there. 61-51, 3:37 left.
Still holding in there, 10-point lead, and just not closing the gap. They got it down to 7, and now it's back to 10.
We're going to keep it right here. I tell you, it's been fun watching Trenton Newhouse. He averages, like you said, 20.8. He dropped 42 against Mariner. He's had some big nights, frustrated in the loss to GP with only 3. He's got 25 and counting. He had 10 in the first, and he had 5 in the second. He is making up for lost time.
He is. He's doing that. He's well over his average. He's probably going to hit over 30 points tonight if he keeps up that same pace. So 3:37 remaining in this fourth period. This is anybody's game still, because the way that three-point ball works, you can just close that gap just in a couple of shots. So a turnover and a couple of shots, and you're in there.
We'll see what happens with Kamiak, but right now, if Monroe ends the season, Monday night is their final game at Cascade. Meanwhile, Glacier Peak will end it home against Mariner Monday night. If they end up in third place, they will be starting their playoff against the Wesco number 6 February 9th at 7 p.m. at the higher seed.
Which will be here.
Which would be against Lake Stevens. But there's a lot of ball to play. We'll see what happens tonight and also on Monday night. Davidson. Foltz in the corner, 14 on the shot clock. Deep into Kyle. And he hits a hacker-rama.
Okay, who are we going to choose to foul? Got 3 choices in there.
Yeah.
It's going to go against 24, I think.
Second foul for Evan Madison. They have quickly.
We're going to see Bo Burns come off the bench here for GP right now.
We'll see. He's going to relieve Mr. Purcell.
That's this Burns' first entrance into this game tonight, didn't it?
And Bo had meaningful minutes, was a big part of this offense and defensive team as Kyle hits that. As Evan Manis has gotten some more playing points. Seaver deep 3-corner ball. Boy, did that hit the glass?
Oh.
Holy macaronis.
Counted.
21 points for the senior Southern, trying to keep GP in it. 8-point lead here at Monroe, 2:46 left to go in the ball game. Isaiah Cole, Davidson, could it be the dagger? And they're going to get an offensive foul under the bucket.
Might be going against Foltz.
It is. His second. 6 team fouls now for Monroe. 5 team fouls for Glacier Peak here with 2:35 left to go.
DP needs to score on this possession to keep the pressure on here.
Seaver with a hot hand, and he gets called for the offensive charge.
Wow.
Great defense by the senior Isaiah Cole.
I don't know about that. From up here, it looked like it was a running play, and he was moving.
4th foul on Southern. Stay tuned for our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Player of the Game. After this, broken up, there's Bobby Martin. Petz thinks about it. 2:13 left to go in the game. Bo Burns, cold off the bench. That's tough for the kid.
The shot to take, just got to make.
Now some pressure. Isaiah breaks it into the front court. And now Burns is going to foul Newhouse.
I got a feeling that that's why he was put in there. Didn't get the stop. We're going to go in there and make the stop. Put him on the line.
Once the districts is played out, first year for the WIAA, Newhouse misses, but Davidson with the rebound, and Kyle adds the sauce.
Clock is running down, 1:30. 10-point lead still. GP's played even second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Just couldn't change that gap that happened in the first quarter when it was 11-23.
Southern still sizzling hot. There's a triple with 4 fouls, 64-57. Timeout.
Full timeout.
Boom, there he goes.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
1:16 left, 64-57. Big three-pointer there by Seaver Southern.
Bearcats possession here on inbound, so they can run the clock down a ways.
Seaver has to be careful. They got 4 fouls, 1:08 left. As the Bearcats try and secure this and try to go to 9-4. Glacier Peak would drop to 11-2. Still that first seed.
They got the turnover.
53 seconds left. Burns, Martin on the other end, lays it in. And all alone, Trenton Newhouse. 40 seconds left. Pets the other way.
PA announcer said he got a touchdown.
And he has played incredible defense, great offense. He's hit the wide open threes with 29.7 seconds left.
Trenton Newhouse with 26 points, I think, right?
You sure?
I think so.
Our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game, Trenton Newhouse. I will run down and get an interview with that young man.
He might have some more. He's going to the line right now.
It's true. Unofficial right now, 27, make it 28, and he has been brilliant from the stripe as well.
And it is 29. What you got?
That is what I have on my score sheet. 26 seconds. You want to be playing your best basketball heading into districts. Bo Burns drives to the lane. He'll draw also a foul on Davidson. Stop the clock with 18.7 seconds. 68-61.
Well, they got it down to 7 points again, but.
And Davidson collects his 4th foul. Glacier Peak with 18 fouls, and Monroe hits 7 there. Here's Bo Burns. It's tough.
Yep. Burns is going to claim that foul too.
17.1 seconds. Bo Burns, the junior, had some great catches on the gridiron.
We're going to put Newhouse back on the line. We're going to have to add to that 29, man.
Well, he had 42 versus Mariner. That's a season high that we saw. And there's Davidson who checks out. Coming in is Dorian Chavez, another senior who was honored here senior night. All kinds of festivities. They had Hall of Fame recognition as Newhouse rips it.
Back to 30.
A lot of pageantry here at Monroe High School. And Kobe Kyle gets a big applause. And into the ball game, some deserved. Blake Bingham comes in, a senior.
He's just too tall.
Also, Kevon Singleton comes in as he hits that one. 31 unofficial for Trenton Newhouse, and he checks out. That young man has had a heck of a night. I'll start heading down. Bo Burns from Lake Stevens almost distance. My goodness. And the putback by Purcell.
Had 2 more for GP there with still a 7-point game. Miscellaneous here.
A big win on senior night. Stay tuned. We'll have our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game, Trenton Newhouse, coming up.
was huge. This win tonight just sealed the deal for our season, I feel like. What's up, guys? I think we were all nervous coming into this game, but I think we came out strong and finished this game great.
What was the big difference in the momentum here going into districts?
Way different. We didn't have that much confidence coming in tonight, but after tonight, I think we got the most confidence in the league right now. We can beat anybody.
Plus, aren't you kind of sick of the football players getting all the pub?
Yeah, of course. I hate hearing it. It's time for some basketball.
All right, hold this shirt up. You are our Lake Stevens Ace Hardware player of the game. See, undo it. We make it hard for you. Smile over there. 31 points. Trenton Newhouse, everybody. What a game. Congratulations, you did it. We'll see you in the districts, and go enjoy this one. Happy senior night to you. Back up to you, Ronnie.
All right, thank you, Scotty. 31 points for Trenton Newhouse down there tonight, and you saw all of his teammates come rolling up behind him, just really happy for him and happy for them that they won this ball game tonight. It was a tough ball game, a real tough ball game for both teams. After that first period started, I think in the first period, GP had 11 and Monroe had 23, and from there on out, it was a pretty even ball game all the way to the end. It was 14-13 in the second quarter, 17-16 in the third quarter, and 19-17 in the fourth quarter. So they just kept staying in the game, just didn't quite ever get over that edge from that first quarter drop where they were down by that 10 points and didn't make it back. But they played even ball game for 3 quarters and ended up with the loss. But a nice win from the Bearcats tonight, Scott.
It was. Their defense was very impressive. They bothered GP all night long, and then they just were special, especially Trenton Newhouse, but the big fella. Fun to see Kobe Kyle, 6'7". He laid in there with 20 points tonight. It was a great team win, great effort there by the Bearcats on their home floor. Senior night, 70-63. And we'll see what happens. This might not really affect the seedings going into districts, but you never know with one more to play on Monday night.
Anything can happen in high school basketball, one more to play, but it looks pretty good for GP to still be the number 1 seed. So Kobe Kyle picked up, I think, what you have, 20 points for him tonight. And on the losing side, the big scorers were Seaver Southern and Bobby Martin. Seaver with
I have him for 21, Ron.
21, yeah, I think that's right. And what did Bobby end up with?
Bobby I had for 15 again, but they were a tough 15 points.
They were tough.
And
worked real hard for him trying to get that inside shot in there, but just couldn't handle it against the big boys.
Well, Glacier Peak, they don't know. Losing isn't very often for them. Again, a valiant effort. They lose at Jackson, but they have to take it to overtime to do that. So you never know how a team and how kids are going to react going to districts. But speaking of districts, Ron, we got one more night of regular season here on STSPN. Monday night, set your clock, set your phone from Snohomish High School as you see the replays here from tonight's game. We head back down to 3A girls basketball. Snohomish, Shorewood, they are tied up. They are fighting for that higher seed going into districts. And that will be called by the none other than, we call him the mayor, Steve Willits. He can do some bracketology for you and break it down.
And that should be a good ball game because Shorewood is running hot in that 3A league again. And Snohomish is coming off a couple of good wins here lately, and they're going to give them a run for their money. So we'll see what happens on that game on Monday night.
I want to thank all of our sponsors, GNS Heating, Lake Stevens, Ace Hardware, Speedy Chevrolet,